What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Emceemur here, and welcome back to another episode of our free games at GameStop challenge. That's right, and by that you know I mean using the $5 coupon you get with your Pro Power Up Rewards membership every month to obtain a game absolutely free of charge. That's what we're doing, and we're doing it all year. Hey, before we get started, hope you're gonna go ahead and drop a like on this video. Go ahead, drop a like. And if you haven't already done so, I hope that you're gonna subscribe to the Emceemur Show and be a part of what we got going on here. We're on our 9th free game of the year, going on our 10th. It's getting harder to find games at that price point, though, instead of easier as previously predicted, right? We're moving into the holiday season. We're practically in November by now, but we're just not seeing games at the $5 price point. There have been deals going on at GameStop, good deals, but not ones in line with what we're trying to do in this challenge. So I'm flip-flopping between different locations. I'm headed into this specific GameStop location, and upon arriving, the game advisors let me know that there are no more $5 games. There is not a single game in this building for $5. So I don't know what we're gonna do right now, but we gotta figure out something because we're not taking an L on this challenge. They hypothesized that GameStop may have gotten wise to this whole thing. You know, people exchanging the $5 coupon for $5 games, so they brought the price points up on those games. Now, I don't know if that's it. GameStop is seldom very proactive when it comes to market shifts and adjustments, that sort of thing. And you know, there is inflation to consider. Everything costs more right now, and it's just one of those things. Maybe that plays into it too. I don't know, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. The problem remains that they're telling me there's no $5 games here. Now, the last thing I want to do is walk out of here with some out-of-date sports game, but it looks like even those are weighing in at least $6. Of course, just shy of the price point that we need to be at to walk out of here with a game and no money changing hands. I mean, they've got sports games in here pre-owned at even $7. Ones that sell brand new at $5 Below right down the road for $5. Just speaking to my point that GameStop is very slow to observe market trends. GameStop as a company actually believes they are a market, their own market, within the market, which allows them to just price anything and everything at will, however and whenever they want. And it really just makes no sense because you really cannot do that. You have to observe market shifts and values. I mean, none of that behavior is conducive to turning and burning, to getting the stock out of your store after you've bought it off of people. I finally just hit them up at the counter and said, look, run a report for the games that are $5 or less in the store. They didn't feel that that would help. Instead, they offered up what was probably the only candidate, you know, to meet the criteria for this challenge in the entire store's stock. And that was a copy of Bleeding Edge for the Xbox One. Bleeding Edge on the Xbox One, and exclusive to Xbox One, is a third-person online multiplayer game that was abandoned by the very people that feigned excitement for it at the time of its announcement. You know, at E3, people went nuts for this thing because it was developed by Ninja Theory. Oh, Ninja Theory! Oh, Ninja game's coming up by Ninja Theory! And I'm like, okay, hang on a second. I'm not going to pretend I know who that is. I know that that is a studio, right, of note. I'm not going to pretend I know what they did or what they were involved in. What I mean by that is everybody started parroting that. Oh, that's a game by Ninja Theory. You don't know who Ninja Theory is. Half of those people were probably Googling in their phone who it was and what they worked on, so they knew what they were pretending to be so excited about. I mean, that's my take on it. No offense to Ninja Theory, they're obviously great, and this is actually a great game. It shows to go you. A game like this comes out, and people are like, eh. It's like, well, wait a minute. Everybody was so hyped for this. Everyone was like, oh yeah, this game. You're not gonna play it. I mean, it just makes no sense. At launch, and yes, I read this and it blew my mind because I played it at launch, this game had a population smaller than 500 on launch day. I mean, that's unheard of. Again, given the excitement for this thing at E3, there were more probably heads than that in that crowd listening to them talk about it. but it just shows how difficult it is for a publisher to put a game out in this day and age, and they may even think they're gonna have a great go of it based on how excited everybody acts like they are. But are they really? You never really know. So in this case, no, they weren't. They dropped it and left it, but the game isn't dead. That's an important detail. You can still get on this game and play it. See, this is where it gets interesting. I have to ask myself, did I take an L here? And no, I don't think I did, because you can still get on this game and play. Now, there's not very many people left in the world playing it, but for the moment, it is still online. It is still supported. Now, Ninja Theory is working on the next Hellblade. Yes, that's what they were famed for, that, and I guess Devil May Cry. They're not going to do any further updates to this game. There's not going to be anything else, obviously, for them to do with this, and we can't blame them for that. That's obviously the right call. But for $2, or free in this case, or if you have Game Pass, you can get on this game right now, even play with the cloud gaming, and check it out while there's still time. I realize I went on a little bit of a rant there, but there's just so much fake enthusiasm out there among gamers today, and it just, it's kind of a toxicity when you get right down to it. And you got these games that just drop dead, unfortunately, whereas people were just so pumped for it 5 minutes before. It's just really bizarre behavior to me. But again, while there's still time, hop on Bleeding Edge and give it a try. You might actually have some fun, and we can keep the action going on there just a little bit longer. Bleeding Edge, our pick for September. I'm headed out to get October's pick as soon as I'm done with this video, because we've got to get that before this month is up. You need to get out there and get your pick for October before this month is up if you haven't already done it. You know, I'm always interested too in what y'all are picking up for your picks. Hopefully the stock is looking better where you are, and I want you to leave something in the comment section of this video letting me know what you got for September. What did you get for October? What's on the horizon? Are we going to see things change? Will we finally see some more price dips? When the holidays actually hit, you can argue the season's already here. I mean, arguably it is. So we've just got to keep checking. We've got to keep looking at the websites. We need to snipe those deals when they're there, when they're local, when we can actually go and grab them at our respective stores. Yeah, it's a challenge. Nobody said it was going to be easy. That's why it's called a challenge. Hey, I hope that you'll like this episode. I hope you're going to drop a like on this episode. Did I take an L? You tell me. But I think we're still in the running, and we're going to close this out strong with a 12-game stack, the free games all year at GameStop challenge. I hope if you haven't already done so that you're going to subscribe to the Emceemur Show and be a part of what we're doing right here, and that you're going to smack that notification bell so that you're always the first to know when new content goes live. Content just like the installments in this series right here. That's it for this episode. Super fun. Heading to GameStop for the next pick, and I'll see you on the next episode. Are you all caught up on the Free Games at GameStop Challenge series? Well, if not, click right here and get some more action going with this great episode. See you in the next video.